Well, you'll know one of our next guests is the woman behind the fantastic food truck Ruthie's, but she's got a bigger purpose, a wonderful organization called Executives in Action. Ashley Kleinert is here today to talk about an upcoming book and breakfast with our friend Gary Cogill, who will be emceeing, I hear. So it'll be fabulous.
Yeah, but this is all about Chris and Ashley. This is the real deal right here.
I mean, you were telling me a little bit about this morning. Tell me about Executives in Action.
Oh, thank you, John. Thanks for having us.
Oh, we love it when you're here. Yeah, and this is great. I love charity. I love it when people like you feel like you need to give back. And so tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Sure, I would love to do that. And it's not us. It is really, what we do is we work with a team, an amazing team in our office, and we help executive level individuals that are in transition of some sort.
And you said, like, right when the height of layoffs, when the economy was getting real bad, a lot of people in these positions out of work, you guys kind of stepped in and helped them find something in the nonprofit world.
We did. There's that gap time where you're looking for a job, or you're retiring, or there's some reason you're in between jobs, but you've got some skill sets that you want to use and keep active, and you want to give back. And so we've worked with some nonprofits that needed those services, whether it be a marketing plan, an audit, all kinds of things, a strategic plan. And we pair them together and put
and magic happens.
And magic happens. Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, you just paired somebody just recently, though.
Yes.
That was just total magic.
It was. He worked at the Dallas Federal Reserve Bank. Wow. And then he came to us. He did a project at New Friends, New Life, one of our organizations we work with that works with human trafficking. And he's starting a men's initiative. He helped plan it, figure out how to get off the ground. And they said, we can't let this guy go.
Right.
We have to hire him. Their board met and said, offer him a job right now.
I can imagine that might happen a lot, too, for people who have spent so much time in the corporate world. All of a sudden, they find themselves at these nonprofits, and they're realizing they're usually using their gifts for good, and they can't leave.
They can't leave. They find a new purpose, and it feels so good when you're giving back.
Well, even down to the street level. Say you're 62 years old, or you're 60 or 58, and all of a sudden you've gone to an office for 30 years, and all of a sudden you have no office to go to, and you're a little bit lost, but you have mad skills. And so they pair them up, which is great. So the breakfast is Greg McKeown's coming in to speak.
And tell us about him.
Well, Greg's British, and he teaches at Stanford, and he's a brainiac, and he's wrote a book called Essentialism, not existentialism, but essentialism. And here's the point: pare what you're doing down. Don't add on more, because you can get more done if you say no a lot, and if you play a lot. I think his theory is fascinating because it's all about the essentials, not about trying to be all things to all people.
I like that. And that's hard around here because you get asked to do things a lot.
It's hard to say no. It's hard to say no.
It's very hard to say no.
But no's a powerful, powerful
Yes,
thing.
it is.
Yes.
I love it. And so why was it so important for you to get involved, Gary?
Well, I love Chris in Action. I love what Executives in Action does, because I mean, I get teary-eyed even thinking about all these men and women who are all of a sudden have great skills and they're out of work because the company's downsized, and it's not their fault.
Right, and it happens all the time.
Right, it happens a lot, and so all of a sudden you need a place to not only feel worthy, but a place where your skills really help. And all these nonprofits really need help because a lot of them are kind of disorganized.
Sure, because
especially on the business
they
end.
can't go out and they can't afford these people.
Right.
They're coming in to help them.
They never say no, and they're afraid to ask. And all of a sudden, here's a person that comes in. It's like Haley and I. It's the perfect pairing.
Of course.
It's wine and movies coming together, and then all of a sudden there's just like this little magic that happens between a company and an individual, and they're perfect for each other.
You know, Gary, I don't know how you're going to be able to MC this event. It's going to be horrible. No fun whatsoever.
I know. We're really worried about this.
Tell us a little bit about the breakfast, though. It sounds like fun.
Well, it's on a lucky day. It's Friday, February 13th in the morning. It starts at 8 o'clock at Dallas Country Club, and we have some tables still available for sale. You can go on our website, executivesinaction.org, and you get to hear Gary and hear Greg, and it's wonderful.
It's just a great breakfast, and it's for a great cause, and it's, you know, you leave the breakfast profoundly moved. We were also moved last year, and it's kind of that way every year, so let's do that again.
What time does it start?
8 a.m.
8 o'clock.
Oh,
I know.
shoot, I have to work.
Hey, we'll send over bacon and eggs.
Please do. Well, I love it. Thank you guys so much. This is tremendous.
You.
I know it's going to be a fabulous event.
Thanks,
so
Dawn.
glad you're here. All right. If you'd like to attend the book and breakfast happening next Friday, February 13th, like she said, head on over to executivesinaction.org. Gary is going to be there, and he's going to make everything wonderful. meal, get you up early in the morning. And of course, we'll be hearing about some Oscar talk later on.
Yeah, a little bit later on.
All right, I can't wait for that. All right, when we come back, the broadcast is going to get a little crafty with Jill Krause. And don't worry, you'll actually be able to do this one at home. I promise. Come on back.
Put the gun down. Put the gun down.